Types of looms, our series of topics nowadays. There are different types of looms: hand loom, power looms, rapier loom, air jet loom, water jet looms, projectile looms, circular loom, and jacquard looms. They have different application, purpose, and our objective of these looms is same, but work on different working principles for different mechanism or for different fabric applications. In previous lectures, we have discussed about hand loom, power loom, and rapier loom. Today, we will talk about the air jet looms. Air jet loom, what is the working principle of air jet looms? How does air jet loom works? And what are the advantages of air jet looms? Properties, applications, specialities, core preference, and key features of air jet looms. These looms are very commonly used in weaving industry for manufacturing of fabric. When we talk about the working principle of these looms, it uses a jet of compressed air to propel the weft thread through the shed at high speed. It means you can see uses of compressed air jet for insertion of weft thread in the shed for manufacturing of fabric. In case of water jet loom, consumption of water or jet of water is used, but as by the name air jet, so in air jet by name jet of compressed air to propel the weft thread through shed at high speed is used. The weft the warp threads are controlled by Dobby or Jacquard mechanism to form the shed. The reed ensures the weft thread is firmly placed before the next cycles. As this step or this process is done in different steps, we talk the different steps engaged for the manufacturing of fabric on air jet looms are warp weave setup first step, warp yarn are stretched and arranged, and second shedding the warp threads are lifted and lowered to create the shed. ठीक है? And the third step is you can say the jet of compressed air shoots the warp yarn through the shed. In fourth step, the reed push the inserted weft that is inserted by compressed air. The reed pushes the inserted weft into place to form the fabric. In the last, take up and let off, the woven fabric is rolled onto cloth weave when warp supply is regulated. So this was the mechanism how air jet loom works. First, warp weave, shedding, weft insertion, beat up and take off. These steps are involved for manufacturing of fabric by air jet looms. There are different advantages and disadvantages of air jet looms. When we talk about the advantages, high speed and productivity, air jet looms operate at high speed of 800 rpm to 1500 rpm, making them one of the fastest weaving machines. Second advantages is suitable for wide range of fabrics, can handle cotton, polyester, nylon and blends, making them more versatile than water jet looms. As in case of water jet looms are preferred for hydrophobic fibers, like hydrophobic fibers are polyester and nylon. These looms are used. Third advantages is less fabric damage, no mechanical friction on weft yarn, reducing yarn breakage and improving fabric quality. The fourth advantage of these looms is low noise and vibration, quieter than projectile and rapier looms, improving the working environment. Fifth advantage of these looms is lower maintenance cost, because as in fourth point we have discussed quieter than projectile and rapier looms, so less movement of machine parts means less maintenance cost. So fewer moving parts compared to shuttle looms, reducing the maintenance cost. Sixth advantage of these looms is automation and control. Equipped with advanced electronic controls for precise weft insertion, reducing defects and improving efficiency. So these are the advantages of air jet looms. Further disadvantages of air jet looms, when we talk about the disadvantages, first is high energy consumption. High energy consumption, it requires compressed air, which increases energy costs compared to water jet and rapier looms. Second disadvantages of these looms is limited fabric density, not ideal for heavy or very dense fabric due to air resistance limitations. Heavy fabric means you can see high GSM, and very dense fabric you can see high GSM and high number of peaks, high number of ends in the fabric lead to dense fabric. Third disadvantage is moisture sensitivity. Works best in a controlled humidity environment. Too much or too little humidity affects the weft insertion. It means you can say moisture sensitivity play very important role in the breakage or in the efficiency or ends down of weft insertion. The last disadvantage of these looms is high initial cost, expensive investment compared to other shuttle-less looms. So these were the disadvantages of air jet looms. How now we are talking about the applications. When we talk about applications, lightweight fabrics such as shirting, dress materials, and synthetic polyester and viscose fibers are fabric. These looms are preferred. Specialties best for high speed production of fine, lightweight fabrics, as we have discussed in previous slides. These are used for low GSM fabric are less dense fabrics. Core preference for industrial scale production with a consistent quality. Key features of these looms are high speed production with a mechanical parts, as minimal mechanical parts means no vibration and no much moving parts, no noise. So these looms have also less maintenance cost at that point of view. Second is best suited for lightweight fabrics. These are suited for lightweight, less density, or less GSM fabrics like shirtings, used for mass production of fine, lightweight fabrics like shirting and dress material. These were the key features of these looms. There are some properties of airjet looms. When we talk about properties suitable for high volume production, lightweight, and cannot handle heavy or thick yarn, these are the properties of airjet looms. Conclusion. When we talk about the conclusion, each loom has specific applications, advantages, and limitations based on its design and technology. The selection of looms depends on following variables. These are very important, need to be considered while choosing, while procurement, while selection of looms. These first is fabric type. Either you are planning lightweight fabric or heavyweight fabric or intricate different designed or complex. Second parameter is production need. You have requirement of small scale customized production or large scale efficiency. Third requirement is our third variable dependent is cost. Cost is related to budget, energy availability, and operational complexity. The last is market demand, artisanal versus industrial, or luxury versus bulk production. So these were the independent parameters or limitations need to be considered while selecting the loom. Conclusion further is the conclusion with respect to working principle of loom. There are different categories. Hand looms rely on manual operation for craftsmanship, and while airjet and waterjet looms prioritize speed and efficiency. So mean these looms are based on working principle of speed or high production and efficiency. The third principle is complexity are different designs. So rapier and jacquard looms work on these principles, excel in weaving for intricate designs. This was the overview of airjet looms. I hope your concept about the airjet looms would be very clear. See you in next lecture with an other topic and other loom type with the detail. Thank you, Allah Hafiz. Subscribe for more videos, like and shares. Thank you.